Okay, so this is 6-6 day 1. This is the part 2 of this lesson. We are still going to be adding and subtracting functions. So we're going to be using these two notations again. Adding and subtracting. Could be either way. And the letters could be different. It could be an H instead of an F, or a J instead of a G. I mean, we could use a bunch of different letters. Process does not change in terms of steps. So again, we're not worried about this third step, but the first step, if we're adding, okay, then you're going to combine all your like terms with addition. Subtracting, you're going to distribute the negative first and then combine your like terms. And now, for a step 3, we are going to substitute a number value at the end. So instead of having an expression with variables, I'm going to give you, like, I want to know what g of 8 is. That means plug in 8 at the end. Okay? So at the end of these ones, you're going to end up using a substitution method. Okay, so the process for these, as we look at 3 and 4, the process for these are the same. Okay, so if you'll notice here on number 3, I want to take g minus h. So I'm going to take this guy minus this guy. So it's going to be g, which is t to the cubed, plus t, and we're going to subtract h, which is 2t minus 5. Okay, distribute the negative because it's subtraction. So this is t cubed plus t minus 2t and plus 5. Combine my like terms. These guys are my only like terms. So t cubed, and then that's minus 1t and plus 5. Okay, now this is exactly what we did on the last page. Except now, this time, this is telling me the number that I want you to substitute in. I want you to plug this number in for t. So for every t, I'm going to plug in a negative 5. So this is going to be negative 5 to the third minus negative 5 and plus 5. And I'm going to actually have a number answer for every problem. So negative 5 to the third power is negative 125 if you plug that in the calculator. Negative times a negative here, negative times a negative, that's going to be positive. So that's going to be plus 5, and then plus 5 more. So negative 125 plus 5 is negative 120. And negative 120 plus 5 more is going to be negative 115. So if I subtract these two functions and I plug in negative 5, I get an answer of negative 115. So on these types of problems, you will have just a number as an answer. Okay, so let's take a look at number 4 now. Number 4, we have g of a is 2a squared minus 4, and f of a is 2a. I want to know what g plus f is, and then I want to substitute in the number 9. So you'll notice how they have these guys separate. This is the exact same thing as saying g plus f of 9, just like in the last problem. Okay? So I want to take g, that's 2a squared minus 4, and we're going to add f, which is 2a. Now notice, I don't have any like terms at all, so there's nothing to combine, but I do want to put this in order. So when I say put this in order, I want to put this in numerical order for my a's. So I have a to the second, then a to the first, and no a's at all. Okay, so now, what does it tell me the number to put in? This time it tells me I'm going to put in 9 for a. So this is 2 times 9 squared plus 2 times 9 and minus 4. So all I'm doing here is substituting 9 in. Order of operations tells me I have to do exponents first. So 9 squared, that's 2 times 81, plus 2 times 9 is 18, and then minus 4. 2 times 81 is 162, plus 18 and minus 4. And now since I have all addition and subtraction, I got to go from left to right. 162 and 18 is 180. And 180 minus 4 is 176. That is the answer if I put in 9 and I add the two functions together. Okay, so now you should be able to complete the second page of your class cake examples here in 6-6 day 1.